Something you may hear people talk about is having a certain status level on a cruise line. Most cruise lines have a loyalty program. And we're going to look at a couple of them and see, are these loyalty programs really worth sticking with just one line? Ahoy travelers, it's Amy with Cruising from the Ozarks here with another Tuesday tip to make your cruise a success. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps out our channel and we would really appreciate your support. So the first perks that we're going to look at are Carnival's VIFP loyalty perks. This is the very important fun person program that they have going on. And it's the only one I have any status in yet, although we're getting ready to change that. Each point is a day of sailing. So if you have sailed 2 7-day cruises, you're going to have 14 points. If you are going to change levels during your cruise, as I did on my last cruise, I was going to, towards the end of the cruise, go into the gold status. You'll actually start at that new level on day one of that cruise, which is nice that they allow that. If you book a cruise with an interior cabin, this is going to be around $100 a day per person. It's important that we kind of figure out how much it's going to cost us a day, at least at the very minimum, so we can try to decide, are these loyalty programs worth being loyal to the line? So we're going to look at Carnival's perks, and their loyalty levels start at blue. Blue is the first sailing. When you go on your first sailing, you're going to get your sign and sail card, and it's going to have a blue section on it. Everybody starts out blue. Now, red is your next tier, and that's just your second sailing. Once you have your second sailing, you are red, and that goes all the way up to 24 points or 24 days sailing. Gold is your next tier, and that's going to be 25 to 74 points. Now, this starts getting into some money, right? So if you've hit 25 points, and we're figuring it out at least at $100 a day, then that's $2,500 that you've spent to reach this tier level. Next tier is platinum. That's going to be 75 to 199 points. So once again, you're talking at least $7,500. And then diamond is 200 plus points. So 200 days sailing, which 20 grand, there we go. Even on Carnival, to get to that upper tier, you're going to put out some money. The first real perk is going to begin at the gold level. And this is where you can get a complimentary drink if you are on a cruise that's 5 or more days long. Now, keep in mind, that's about $12. So you've spent this money and you've gotten a $12 perk. Platinum level cruisers begin to gain perks that really make the loyalty program seem appealing. You get priority boarding and debarkation, exclusive party, complimentary drinks, chocolates, complimentary laundry service. So you actually do get some things that make it seem worth it. Diamond doesn't actually get that much more considering how much more they've sailed. They get a one-time cabin upgrade, one time. They get a specialty event invitation, a one-time complimentary meal at a specialty restaurant. So after spending a minimum of 20 grand per person, you get a free meal, priority boarding, and free laundry. The perks are nice if you're already going to be cruising, but are they worth staying loyal to only Carnival in order to gain those perks? Royal Caribbean has their Crown and Anchor program. Like Carnival, it's 1 point for every day you cruise, and they do actually offer double points if you're in a suite. If you sail off season and you're in an interior cabin, you can do Royal Caribbean for around $100 a day per person. It's probably going to be more, but let's go with that. It's a nice baseline number. Royal actually has more perks available than Carnival, but as you can see, it also takes more points to gain most of those perks. Their top tier requires 700 days of sailing. And I guess that's why the phrase loyal to royal is a thing. you would have to be loyal to reach their pinnacle level. That's almost 2 full years at sea and at least 70 grand. And let's be honest, anybody who's going to cruise that much is probably going to be cruising in balcony cabins at least. They're not sitting in the interior and not getting any extra additional packages and add-ons. So 70 grand is unlikely, but it's a good baseline to look at as a minimum that you're going to have paid to get to this level. So at diamond level, which is 80 points, you get access to a special lounge and a daily complimentary drink. There's your perks for 80 days aboard Royal or 40 days in a suite. If you can afford a suite, you probably can afford those perks. The pinnacle level does start to get you free cruises, but it's basically a free cruise for every additional year at sea. Norwegian has their Latitudes reward program. Similar, it's 1 point for every cruise night. So already you can see that's a little bit different because it's based off of nights and not days. But honestly, it's the same because while you will book a 7-day cruise on Carnival, it's actually 8 days and 7 nights. But you're coming in at midday, noon on the first day, and you're getting off early in the morning. So they count that as 1 full day. So as with Royal Caribbean, if you sail off season and in an interior cabin, you can do Norwegian for around $100 a day per person. If you're getting sales, you're booking things correctly. Although that's getting harder now that they have raised their gratuities. So Norwegian seems to be the line that's pushing this envelope the furthest at this point. So we're going to start off looking at their silver level. It's the first level that requires more than 1 sailing. Unlike Carnival and Royal, you have to have sailed 20 nights to reach Norwegian's second tier. If you upgrade to their free at sea program, you aren't really going to benefit much from the silver level as it's mostly just a percentage discount off of the amenities that you're already getting on the free at sea, except for access to an exclusive cocktail party. I don't know how exclusive it is when everybody but the people who are on their first couple of cruises get to go to it. The next level is gold. And once you reach the gold level, which is 45 nights, you will start gaining some new perks, including free carton of water. 1 free carton of water. You do get priority tender tickets and disembarkation, along with 50% off a bag of laundry. Platinum level, which is 75 points or nights, you start to see some perks that may entice you, including concierge service, chocolate-covered strawberries, wine, dinner for 2, plus you can schedule a behind-the-scenes tour. At this level, don't forget, you're spending at least $7,500 to earn these perks. Norwegian also has 3 additional tiers, which earn you items like priority seating at restaurants and entertainment, and dinner with officers. Sapphire is 150 points, Diamond is 350 points, that's basically a year at sea, and Ambassador is 700 points. So after sailing for 700 days, you can get 1 free cruise that doesn't include taxes and fees. That means after almost 2 full years of being aboard a ship and spending a minimum of 70 grand, a person can earn 1 free cruise. Let's look at a loyalty program from a mid-tier line, Princess Cruises. Princess Cruises has their Captain's Circle, which is a little different than the other lines as they go by either the number of cruises you have been on or the number of days. I've heard that Carnival used to go by the number of cruises, but then a lot of people were jumping up the loyalty levels by booking a bunch of 3-day cruises, which would be easy to do if you live next to a cruise port and were able to take some long weekends every so often. It appears that Princess, which is a Carnival Corporation line, has kept the ability to go by cruises. So their first loyalty status is gold. That's after your first cruise. Ruby is after 3 cruises or 30 days. Platinum is after 5 cruises or 50 days. The Elite is after 15 cruises or 150 days. With the Captain's Circle, you can see the benefits that you're going to get: Ruby, exclusive shoreside access, 100% cancellation benefit, double accident and sickness benefits. I don't even understand this. Expanded medical expenses and evacuation coverage. I guess that's if you buy I don't know if that's only if you buy the insurance through them. It doesn't make sense for that to be a perk unless you're buying their insurance, their travel insurance. The Platinum offers 50% off medallion net package. I don't even know what that is. I don't sail on Princess. Haven't yet anyway. Early access to Dine My Way reservations, priority boarding, 10% off spa treatments. That's just not that much. You can usually get that just by going to a ship's sail away parties that they have at their spa, and you can usually get that. You get access to their Platinum and Elite Lounge and complimentary destination collection. I don't know what that is either. And their Elite, you get, I'm assuming, all the things beforehand plus these things. So early access to itineraries, 10% discount at the shops and shore excursions, priority ship to shore water shuttle, so priority tender, some wine tasting, a mini bar, I guess, in your room, a deluxe canapé selection on formal nights, complimentary afternoon tea in your room. So not even like an afternoon, like sea day brunch or a sea day tea thing that some cruise lines offer. I guess it's just you get tea in your room. Priority disembarkation and complimentary laundry services and shoe polishing. Keep in mind that when you're sailing with Princess, you're not looking at $100 a day as a cost. It's going to be quite a bit more. You're probably looking more at $200 a day. Now, are you going to get some times when you can book something on sale and get a good discount? Yes. But you can also notice that with Princess's loyalty perks, they're really not pushing the perks that much. And it's probably because their clientele are not really budget cruisers. So, are loyalty programs actually worth it? Not in my opinion. They really only benefit budget cruisers, as most amenities can easily be purchased for an additional fee. If you have tried out several cruise lines and then find one that you love above all others, by all means stick with that line, and then maybe you'll get some perks for it. However, if you are only staying loyal to one line just because you want those perks that come with a higher loyalty status, you're probably doing yourself a disservice. If you're a budget cruiser, it is important to be flexible in order to find the best deal. And that includes what lines you sail with. Those who aren't cruising on a budget will find that by opening themselves up to various cruise lines, they'll be able to explore and enjoy a wider variety of itineraries. Don't forget to consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already done so. Really helps our channel out. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's easy to do. You just click that little subscribe button and go ahead and click the notification bell while you're at it so you don't miss any future posts. Stick around and check out this video, then come back next week for another Tuesday tip to help you make your vacation a success. Hope you have an amazing cruise and a blessed week.